Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Everyday Survival Gear, and today I will be reviewing the Cometa, a flashlight made by Candle Power Forum, Italy. Let's get this review started. Alright guys, as of lately, I've kind of been filming outside, but seeing it's 3 AM, I can't particularly do that right now. So I'll film inside and don't mind that shelf that's filled with all stuff that I use to fix up torches and tools and whatnot. Alright, so basically the reviews of the Candle Power Forum Italy's Cometa. Cometa means comet in English. Basically it was a flashlight made by Candle Power Forum there. And they came over to Budget Light Forum to ask us if we wanted to buy it and whatnot and get it on the group buy. I think they needed like 400 or 500 and a bunch of us signed up and whatnot. I'll just run through some specs and then I'll take you around the light. Basically XP or HI, either 1A or 3B. Mine is the 1A tint. Put it on. So it's a what do you call it? Adjustable beam flashlight. That's what I should say. So you can change the zoom and whatnot. You can change the throw and the width of the beam. So you can make it either really wide or super throwy or in between and whatnot. With the 1A tint, you get around about 1300 lumens and about 900 meters of throw. It is a throw monster. Like when you put the beam the whole way in like this, you look at it, you're like it's not that bright, but it does throw. I've got it at 700 meters, and this was across like water and whatnot, and it reaches it easy. The LED sits on a Noctigen Copper MCPB. I don't think it's a direct thermal path one. My one came as saying, I think it says Menka, but apparently that some of them are painted white, but they are still Noctigens or Nocticon. Oh, I don't know how to say it, I'll be honest. But they are still that brand. But I'm not 100% sure that it is, but I've heard people saying to me that it is still that brand. 22D driver plus 7135s, which is wrong. It's actually a 17mm direct drive, and it's got the 7135s to regulate the lower levels, so you don't just run it on direct drives. It's White's driver. What's next? Bistro. So you got like a million billion different options of stuff to choose, like bicycle mode, strobe, 7 standard modes from Moonlight to Ultra would be. That was by Toy Keeper. So yeah, it's highly programmable. Thermal calibration, that was causing problems on mine. Mine was stepping down like every 10 seconds. If you want to do that, read through my post on Budget Light Forum, and that will show you how to do it. Actually, I'll try and show you later on in the video if I can get a chance. So battery decimal voltage indicator. I don't know how to get to that. I haven't even tried. It can run on 18650s or 26650s. Basically, I'm running one on LG cells, IMR chemistry cells. I might actually charge some up now before I take it back outside. Oh yeah, also if you only want to see this outside, I've already got a video up. Just search for the video. I'll leave the link somewhere. Hard anodizing 3, double gold plated springs, lit tail cap, laser engraved, Candle Power Forum Italy, K9 lens with double AR coating glass. Yeah, it's got protection mode too. That's pretty much all the specs that you need to know. Yeah, let's just take it apart now and I'll... Alright, this is the box that it came in. Pretty standard, nothing special. Looks okay, does the job. And that one's empty, but that's just what it came in. Came with a spare couple of O-rings and a spare couple of tail caps. This will be for the front lens, and that will be for the battery tube. So where did I put the light itself? So this is the light here itself. You can see it's engraved there, 2016, laser etched. Candle Power Forum Italia. Cometa. Yeah, so, and if anyone's watching this in Italy, yeah, go Rossi. This weekend the race is on at Mugello, and hopefully he wins. Lit tail cap. You can change that out, obviously. They've got another clear one, but you can also put in a black one if you don't want that one. Double springs here. You should be able to see that. I've got the camera light on too, just to add extra light. If I bend like this, you can see that that spring's coming out there. See that normal, and then you can see how that spring stays there. So there's actually is two springs in there. Right now I lied. I've got a Samsung cell in there. Basically, it's not pulling that many amps. I'll show you. I'll do a test, and we'll see how many amps it's actually pulling. But my one wasn't going crazy, like what yours guys' ones was, if that even was even English. The battery holder. Sorry guys, for the 18650. The battery adapter. That's it. From a 26650 to a 18650. I don't own any 26650s, but I might buy some now that they're getting made. I think that I'm not even gonna say their name either. The Lakoya. I brought one of the chargers, but it hasn't come yet. They're making 26650s. I was looking for some King Kong ones, but I couldn't find them at an alright price. That's the lens. You can see the AR coating there. Don't particularly want to touch it, but it's dirty. Got to clean it anyway. Let me put this in, and that comes off like so. It's pretty big. Yes. Oh, so greasy. Alright. This is what's been causing some of the problems. The solder blobs were too big, and on most adjustable focus flashlights, you actually get a plastic barrier or rubber barrier or something that sits around about here, which stops the contact between positive and negative, because this is usually it's brass or copper or I don't know, something else that they use cheap like aluminium, but this one is anodized, but the anodizing was getting scratched off. You can see my one's still fine, touch wood, but I put this over just in case. So people were getting their one scratched, and then the light was shorting, which is pretty much the main problem that people were having and what they were whinging about. Not whinging, it's your right to complain because you paid for the light, but I mean, like, I don't think that all lights came like that. Like my one didn't, so. But we did pay full price for the light, so I can understand too. Because for me here, it cost me 60 Aussie dollars. I'll grab something to open this. So apparently I started recording, but I actually didn't. Clap, clap, Chris. Clap, clap. There we go. It's coming out now. Easy. They should make all retaining ring holes this size, because that would make life so much easier for us. I don't have like the smallest hands. Well, I don't have the biggest hands. I just got fat hands. And like sometimes it's hard to open up the retaining rings. It's a brass pill. I thought it was copper, but it's brass. I'm no metals expert. So that's the XPL HI 1A there. So you can see it's a Menka LED board, but apparently it's supposed to be Noctigen. I'm not 100% sure if it is or if it isn't, but yeah. It's held down by Arctic Thermal Paste 3, so it's held in place by that. That's the driver there. So they use pretty much like a standard driver that I use in most of my direct drives, a 17mm. And yeah, not double springed here, only single spring, but that's not going to make that much of a difference. This is the other problem this is the other issue that was causing problems. Basically, because I was supposed to use a 22mm driver, it would have been wider, but because they only use a 17mm driver, you had batteries that were pushing down on the spring. So basically, these are pushing down here. That's the wrong way, it doesn't really matter. Pushing down like so. And then the batteries are too fat. So these batteries were going the whole way down and they were shorting out on the side here, which was also causing the batteries to over discharge and melt the springs. So basically, easy way to fix it would be to grab electrical tape and put it around there so the electrical tape acts as an insulator, or to get like a milk bottle and cut the plastic out and just place it over. I didn't bother because I use 18650s in mine, and with this holder in place like so, the 18650s they can still touch, but they're not that wide, and like they're not gonna push down like crazy anyway. You see how they stop about there, so it should be sweet. That's pretty much the whole flashlight. I'll just show you inside. That's the body. All the threads are okay. One thing I did complain about when I wrote the written review was that this part up here seems really thin, even compared to other flashlights that are made on Gripwise. Not a big fan of that. Also, whoops, when this is here, this kind of rattles, but not a big problem. That's just a personal complaint that I don't like. Basically, these threads are a little bit too fat, or other way, isn't it? Or these threads inside here are a little bit too fat, or they both are, and they don't work as tightly as they could. But basically, besides that, no issues. I wouldn't really call it waterproof because it is a adjustable focus lens, so it is a zoomy flashlight. So yeah, I wouldn't really put it in the water and whatnot. Should be fairly drop proof, but because it is heavy, you kind of don't want to drop it because it's going to make it look bad. Basically, I'm just blabbering on now, so let's take it outside and see how it does. Alright guys, now we're outside. That's the lit tail cap, you can see it there. It's pretty bright, even if you take it further and further away, you can still see it. Now let's turn the light on. We're starting the lowest mode, mode 1, so you can see the lights on. Whether it's zoomed the whole way in or out doesn't really matter, it's still going to be pretty low. It's mode 2, as you can see it's starting to get brighter. If we put the zoom out, you can see that on the chair there, and you can even make it out on the fence, which is great. Right, mode 3, now you should be able to play with the adjustment and light up stuff, at least enough to be able to work and see. That's mode 4, even brighter, so that's the lens adjusted the whole way out. That's the lens adjusted the whole way in, but at this brightness the whole way in isn't really the best option. Mode 5, you can see it's starting to get brighter. And let me show you at 100 meters, you can already see mode 5 working well. That's the tree at 100 meters and you can see it working pretty good there. Does a pretty decent job. Alright, now that's mode 6. Alright, now 6 is where you start to come out to play. Now, that's a pretty good job. And then when you adjust it the whole way in, look at how much it lights up off the whole backyard. So you can see it is still very powerful. And then we will adjust it the whole way out. And that's it at the tree at 100 meters. And mind you, this is only running about 1.7, 1.8 amps, maybe 2 amps max. Alright, now that's mode 7 there. So this is the brightest that the light goes. So you can see it does an amazing job of lighting up the whole backyard, even with it the whole way out. That's just crazy. You can even see it on the tree at 100 meters. We've had it zoomed in. See the shed there easily, whatnot, and then you can play with the zoom. So you can focus more on one area now. It's probably too bright on the shed. See, even at 100 meters there, you can still see it. So let's start from this point and then we'll go in and you'll see it slowly focusing in. And you can see how well I can see on the tree. That's the very top of the tree there. That's about 120 meters to the top. So let's slowly focus out. Still lighting it, still lighting it. That's about halfway now. Still lighting it, getting a little bit less, and now it's back inside the yard the whole way in. And then we just reset to the next mode. That's going back down. That'll be lowest, and now it's back on turbo mode. So you can see that the light, it is pretty bright, even though they're saying only 1300 lumens. Even if your battery can't deliver the amps that it needs. So say my one read 4 amps, I could still be getting out of that 4 amps, 1200 lumens. But let's just minus some losses, say for my cables and my multimeter. So honestly, I'm probably getting 4.5 amps, 4.6, because that's what I'm getting with the other builds of these direct drives, which are the same driver as that one. So honestly, I'm getting a little bit over 4. I'm not getting the 5.5 what the boys were getting, or the 5, but I'm getting a little bit higher than what my one read. But just look at that throw. Look at how easily that can light up that part of the tree. 120 meters gets lit up like nothing. And that's where this light really shines. Actually, I was going to end this video without even doing a comparison test, but that isn't me. Alright, basically this is my Convoy C8 XV or HI running direct drive. And this is the counterpower forum Cometa to the right, the one with the light tint. So you know that the C8 is a pretty far thrower, but look at how much tighter the hotspot is on the Cometa compared to the C8, and these are both on turbo mode. See, it really makes it look like a flutter compared to the Cometa. I'll show you one with a 180 tint. I've got my BLF D80 that I modified with an XP or HI, and I'll show you those two because that's a 180 tint XP or HI also. Alright guys, first I'll start the Cometa. We'll put it on mode 7, so the highest. There we go. Then I'll start the Lucky Sun D80. It's a Budget Light Forum edition, but I broke my XML L2 in there trying to de-dome it. So I'll put an XP or HI V2 1A. I don't know if that's even on highest mode. So you can see how much tighter the hotspot is on the Cometa compared to the BLF D80. BLF D80 does appear brighter, but they should be about the same brightness because the D80 is only running 4.5 amps at the tail cap, so pretty similar in the same emitter. So you can see how much further the Cometa will throw compared to the D80. That's what it's really good at. Alright guys, this has been Chris from Everyday Survival Gear, bringing you the Candle Power Forum Cometa. As always, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe. Thanks guys.